All of you. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Please someone responds. Whether you can hear my voice or not. Hello.
Yes, sir, you can hear.
Do you remember what we are discussed last lecture? Someone tell me the title, what we are discussed a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, someone tell me what we are discussed in the last class. Just tell me the topic. Did you remember? Anyone? What we are discussed? Around 31 is there. No one is remember what we are discussed.
The CRISP data mining processes.
Yeah.
So the
Cross industrial standard process for data mining. That is the last class we discussed. Before that, we are discussing data warehousing. From that, we didn't cover some portions. Today, I try to cover those things, and hereafter, we will discuss one of the important data mining technique, association rule mining. Okay. Okay, I will share the screen. Someone tell me whether you can see my screen. Did you remember what we are discussed in data warehousing? We discussed what's data warehousing, where we can apply. Do you remember those things? What are the important aspects of data warehousing and architecture? Do you remember those things? We discussed those things in physical lecture. Am I correct? Also, you do an assignment on online analytical process and transactional process. Am I correct? Do you remember? Where we can stop. If I have a good memory, I think this is the slide we are discussed. Am I correct? Try to talk.
yes, sir.
Okay, here we are stopped. We can develop the data cube. This is the example we are discussed. There are some data warehousing operations are there that is we need to discuss today. Roll up, drill down, slice, dice, and pivot. Anyone heard about those things previously? What is roll up? Someone tell me if you know what is roll up in data warehousing operations. Anyone? I'm asking this one. What is roll up? This is the way we describe the data in 3D cubes. One dimension for locations. This dimension for location. This dimension indicate the time. This dimension for types of products. Okay. It is a roll up means we will minimize the cubes. Let's say we have, there are 4. Here we have one city, another city, another city, another city. So there are 4 columns. This is one column, this is one, this is one, this is one. We need to minimize these. That is called roll up. How you can minimize? Someone tell me a suggestion how you can minimize these. Let's say, let's imagine rather than these, you think about we have 9 columns likewise. This is similarly 9 columns are there. Each column, sorry, similarly 25 columns. Each column indicate one district. Okay, whether Colombo, Batticaloa, Ampara, Trincomalee. Likewise, it indicate each district. How many districts are there? 25. No. So then 25 rows or columns are there. similar to this. How you can roll up? Someone suggests any answers how you can roll up. If it is each district, we have 25 rows. Am I correct? How you can roll up? Anyone? Yes, I will give you a clue. I need to roll up to 9. 25 into 9. How you can, I can roll up? Previously it have 25. I need to minimize or roll up to 9. How I can do that? 25 districts into 9. How I can do that? Anyone tell me? Hello? Anyone? Just think about the number. If you know the history of Sri Lanka, you can suggest how you can roll up. I already told you roll up mean we can minimize the dimension. Let's say we are trying to minimize the dimension of location cities. How you can minimize? Up to now, we have 25 rows, 25 dimensions. It's similar to here, it's an one dimension, it's an Ampara, Batticaloa, Kandy, Colombo. Likewise, it goes up to 25 districts. How I will minimize into 9. If you know the information about a country, you can answer for this question. We need to minimize 25 into 9. How you can minimize? That is called, you need to answer. That is your problem solving skills. If you answer these type of questions, your brain is working perfectly. That is one, that's why I'm asking you. We need to minimize 25 into 9. How you can minimize? Yeah, it's also correct. Someone saying considering the range value, but I'm expecting by using this number. I already mentioned you there are 25 districts are there. Here each district contain a value. I need to minimize these 25 districts into 9. What is the 9? Anyone guess what I am trying to express by this 9? I'm expecting something. Here, this one is Ampara. This one is Batticaloa. This one is Potterville. Similarly, Kandy, Colombo, Jaffna, Kagol. Likewise, 25 is there. I need to minimize into 9. How I will minimize? Yeah, very good. By considering the province. So I can minimize these 3 rows by using Eastern Province. Am I correct? Ampara, Batticaloa, Potterville. And Trinco. It's similarly, we can reduce. If it is a Jaffna, Vaunia, then we can go into a 1 row. How we can minimize? By using Northern Province. That is the way we can minimize. That is called roll up. Okay. Someone tell me how you can minimize this time. This is a time no. We are initially we have 4 rows. Each row is 1 quarter. It's January to April, May to July. Likewise, sorry, January to March, April to June, July to October. Now July to September, October to December. Now how I will roll up? I can roll up into 2 quarters, Q1 and Q2. Then we need to add the summary of quarter 1 and quarter 2 together. Then we are putting into a 1. That is called roll up. I will show you the slide. Can you see my screen?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. When you look at, they are dividing by countries because their data set contain different countries of different cities. So they are roll up how they will roll up Toronto and New York and Chicago into USA. Then the Vancouver goes to Canada. Likewise, they are roll up. Roll up means we are reducing the dimensions. Here there are 4 quarters. I need to reduce by summing these two into one, summing these two into one. Then I am creating here only 2. That is the way we are roll up. Okay. Second operation is drill down. Drill down is vice versa of roll up. In roll up, we reduce the dimension, but if it's a drill down, we are increase the dimension. How you can increase the dimension? If you consider the time, we can divide into 12 months. So we are increasing the dimension from quarters to months. So we divide the dimension, sorry, we increase the dimension 4 into 12. Am I correct? Here, we are considering each quarter. Am I correct? Do you have any doubts? This is called drill down. Third operation is slice. Slice means we are cutting, but the important thing is it contains only one dimension. What will happen? Sometimes someone is trying to cut by this. What will happen? If you cut divided by here, what will happen? There are 2 pieces. Each piece contains different dimension, but if it is a slice, it contains only one dimension. So if you need to cut, you need to cut by this. So it contain only one dimension of this. If you cut by these, or it contain different dimension. This one is dimension, this one is a dimension. So you need to think about how many dimension you are cutting. If it is a slice, it contain only one dimension. Did you understand? If you have any doubts, you can ask regarding roll up, drill down, slice. Can someone tell me what is the 4th one?
Piece.
Dice. Yeah, very good. Dice means it contain more than one dimensions. If I cut, if from this, I am cutting by this. I am cutting by this. Let's say if I cut by like this, it contains this one dimension, this one, and this one, 3 dimensions. So it's a small cube. From the large cube, we are cutting a small cube that is called dice. It contains more than one dimensions. That is the way you can find. Last one is pivot. Pivot means we are rotate the dimensions. Let's say here what will happen? We are rotating by 90 degrees. So the dimension is changed. Previously, the location dimension is in the horizontal, sorry, the vertical, and the product dimension is horizontal. Now what will happen? We are rotating by 90 degrees. What will happen now? After pivoting means we are rotating the dimension. For some analytical purposes, we can do these operations. So in your final exam, sometime I am asking you to write a short note regarding these 5 dimensions with an example. So you need to write what is dice, what is roll up, and you need to give us some small example. You can write a dice, or you can write a 3D cube, and you can indicate some different types of data. Then you need to tell what is roll up, how you can achieve these. Okay, That is the way we can achieve. That's all the content what we are missing from the data warehousing part. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Definitely we have one questions in data warehousing. So if you have any doubts regarding data warehousing, you need to ask. Don't you have any doubts? Just try to talk. You are final year students. Why you are shy to answer? If you don't answer, it indicates you don't know anything. That is the thing. That is the ultimate results. If you know something, if you learn something from the previous classes, you can answer. It's clearly says you don't know anything about the subject. That is the ultimate results if you be silent. What will happen if you be silent in your interviews? Are they recruit you? They will reject you if you do like this. If it is other degree programs, we don't need to consider. But if you are IT graduate, you must need to communicate with others. Then only you can work. You can carry out your day by day activities in the industry. To get a good job, you must need to market yourself. How you can market yourself? Whenever you answering for any questions, they will measure you. What is the level you have a knowledge? If you be like this, how they will measure? You don't. They think that you don't know anything about these questions. So at least try to ask if you don't understand anything or if you have any doubts. But whenever you learn, you get a lot of doubts. So you can note it down and you can ask in the next class. That is the way you can do. Someone is asking data warehouses update once a day or once a week. It depending on the firm you are developing. Let's say, imagine if you are developing a data warehouse for a food city, every day there are thousands of transactions happen. So sometimes they are doing every day. Some businesses, there is no as much as transaction compared with the food city or supermarkets. So they will manage once a week or once a month. It's depending on their business transaction happens. It depending on the decision made by the top level people. Also, it's depending on the influences. Let's say in this crisis situations, some demands are increased. So supply rather than the supply, the demand is increased. So they need to update their data warehouse frequently. Then only they will find out some important patterns. So it's depending on their business. The people who are working on the data warehouse, they decide how you can do updates. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying? One thing you need to understand, if it is a bank transactions, we don't need to update the transaction details for data warehouse. What they are expecting is from that particular branch, how many people are doing transaction, what is the amount transfer once a week. That is the thing they need to understand. If you need to understand, or if they need to get real-time transaction information, they are using online analytic. They don't need online analytical process. They are applying online transactional process. Relational databases comes under this category. If it is a data warehouse, you need to understand the purpose of data warehousing. The purpose of data warehousing is to take some important decisions related to their bank transaction. Let's say in a particular branch, the normal range of transaction are 50 lakhs in a particular ATM. So they need to fill the ATM once a week to satisfy the customers. They don't need to do who is the person, what is the amount he debit or credited to throughout the ATM. For those purposes, they are using online transactional process databases. That is relational databases are comes under that category. But the purpose of we are using data warehouse, we need to take some important decisions. Sometimes some cities, they can't manage their transaction by using one ATM machines. So at the time they need to build another ATM machines. How they will find out their requirement of another ATM machines based on these data warehouses. From the data warehouses, they will take important decisions. They are collecting the information, what is the range of amount debited from that ATM, whether there is an importance of money credited machines. All that important decisions are made by analyzing the data warehouse. That is the reason online analytical process is an example of data warehouse. Did you understand? Okay. Okay, now if you don't have any doubts, we will move to today's session. Before moving to today's sessions, I need to tell one important thing. Hereafter, I'm planning to give some marks for your attendance. So if you need some marks, you need to attend the lectures every day. If you have 100% attendance, I will give some marks. It's depending on your attendance. So be ready to every lectures. If you attend each and every lecture without any effort, you will get some marks. Okay. So just think about, or if your batchmate is not attend, just inform them too. Hereafter, I'm planning to give some marks for your attendance. So consider those things. Today, there are 41 people who attend the lectures. Around 92, 93, I think. Yeah, it is less than 50%. So if we need some marks, just attend the lectures hereafter. Okay. Okay. Now we will move to today's sessions. I will share the screen. Someone tell me whether you can see my screen.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Give me a minute. If you have any interruptions, so my voice is not clear, please let me know, because there the power cut issues also they are here as well. So if you don't hear my voice, please let me know. Okay. Okay, we will discuss one of the important data mining techniques. Can someone tell me what are the different data mining techniques are there? In the first lecture, I will give a summary of what different data mining techniques. What are they? Just think about what are the different data mining techniques. One thing, before you coming to a lecture, just go through the previous lectures, what we are discussed. Even you don't need to spend more time, just go through the slides one by one, what we are discussed. That is the way, at least 10 minutes spend what we are discussed in the last lecture. It will very helpful to understand to the present lectures. Okay. We are discussing different data mining techniques. What are they? Yeah, clustering, classification, regressions, association, rule mining. So today we are going to discuss association rule mining. The title that we are going to discuss, mining frequent patterns, association rule minings. Those are the concepts what we are going to discuss today. Okay. Whenever you follow with me, you can understand these concepts clearly. You can explain the applications of association rule mining, where you can apply, where the people apply the association rule mining in their businesses, and what is a support and confidence. These two measures very important to find out association rule. Based on these two concepts, support and confidence, we will find out some association rule. Also, we will apply the association rule mining by using a priori algorithm. There are different ways are there. We apply a priori algorithm to find out some association rule. These are the things you can understand throughout these lectures. Okay. Before moving to the theory part, just we will think about the real world scenarios where we can apply. Just think about you are working on a computer shop, not a small shop, that is a big shop. They have a lot of computing devices, computers, laptops, printers, networking devices, lot of things are there, softwares, everything is there in your shop. As a manager, someone is buying a PC or someone is buying a digital camera. You need to recommend something for them. How you can recommend something? Let's think about someone is buying a digital camera. You are recommending a router or you are recommending some network servers. Is it suitable recommendation you are doing? Someone is buying a digital camera. You are recommending to buy a network server for him. Is it acceptable recommendation of you?
No.
No. Why you are saying that?
The device is not suitable, not too much applicable for that digital.
Yeah. Then what do you recommend for him, for the person who buy
We can
some? Yeah. Tell me.
for the digital cameraman, we can suggest him to buy a lens or a lights.
Yeah. Recover batteries or storage. That is the thing you need to recommend for the person who buys some digital cameras. So how you can find out the recommended things? As a human being, you know some sense. What are the requirements if a person buy a digital camera? What are the requirements you need? But if it is a single product, you can recommend. What will happen in a supermarket? There are thousands of item products are there, so it's very difficult to recommend something by manually. But if it is a single device, you recommend by using your sense and the critical thinking power of human. You recommend something the related product to him. But if it is a supermarket, there are thousands of different products are there. So some person is buying one product, you can't directly recommend him for some related products. You're facing difficulties as a manager of a supermarket. There are thousands of transactions are there. Without doing some data mining techniques, you can't find some related patterns. Your recommendation is some battery packs or lenses or some storage devices. That is your recommendation. That is what we are called human is a intelligence. Human can critical thinking power, that by using your critical thinking power you recommend. Also you know some information related to digital cameras, what is the requirements, how it will functioning. Based on these you will recommend. But if it is there are thousands of products are there, it's very difficult to recommend something. So as a manager, you need to recommend some related product. How you can find out what are the related products or frequent patterns? Frequent patterns means it will happen again and again. if you are running a business, there are some frequent patterns happen in your business. Let's say we have a supermarket. Let's say we have a restaurant. Then, as a manager, you know some frequent patterns, the ordering of your customers. So, based on the frequent pattern, you will consider more. Let's say most of in your restaurant there are some foods are very famous, so rather than putting other meals you consider more, also you invest more money to prepare those famous meals. That is your benchmark. Whenever you produce your interesting or favorite product again and again, the customers visit frequently. So how you can find out that frequent pattern? By analyzing your past data, past month, what is the ordering pattern. Based on the pattern, you will find out. So to find as a solution, you need to find out the frequency pattern. For that, we apply association rule mining algorithms. Okay. Someone tell me someone is buying a PC. What is your recommendation for him as a manager of the shop? Some customer buying a PC. What did you recommend for him? Even your recommendation increases your business. If you recommend most highly related product, definitely they will buy. So you get more profit from throughout these transactions. Can someone tell me what is your recommendation when someone is buying a PC? Someone tell what some very good recommendation for digital cameras. Can someone tell me what did you recommend for him? Someone is buying a PC. What is your recommendation? Even many people planning to after your graduation, you are to become an entrepreneur. So you need to start your own business. For that, you need to think about these things. What is your recommendation? Don't you recommend anything for the person who buy PCs? There are a lot of recommendation you can do. Just think about and tell me. Don't be silent. This is the place you improve your skills. Otherwise, you can't. You are the ending stage of your educational level. After that, you directly communicate with the society. So you need to talk. Someone tell me what is the recommendation? You can speak in singular if you can't. Yeah, cooling fans, REMs, what else? Someone tell me what else you can recommend for him. Yeah, graphic cards. Even you can recommend some antivirus softwares. So whenever you are recommending the highly related product, definitely they will buy. So you can increase your business values as well. So how you, as a solution, you need to find out some frequent patterns or association rules. That is your ultimate goal throughout these studies. If it is a big shop, you can't manually recommend something. So you need to do some analytical works and you need to find out what is the recommended product whenever someone is buying something. Okay. So that is the real world scenario of association rule mining. Do you have any doubts up to now? Yeah, some portable mouses and keyboards also you can recommend for him. Yeah, very good. Even you can recommend some backpacks or bags for them to serve their laptops. Do you have any doubts up to now? Do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, now we are look at what is a frequent pattern analysis. What did you understand by pattern? What did you understand by a pattern? What do you think about a pattern? Whenever you consider about an exam, the answering patterns are different. What are the different answering patterns are there? Yeah, frequently happening thing. Very good. Patterns is there is a way happening again and again. If you think about answering the questions, there are different patterns are there. Someone is answering in point form, someone is answering paragraphs. It's different patterns. It's depending on your ability. It's your nature. Some people answer in a point form, some people answer in a paragraphs. Similarly, if you heard about design patterns in software engineering, did you heard about design patterns? Gang of four. Yeah, design pattern means whenever you are designing a software, you need to think about which pattern I need to use, whether it's a creational or structural or behavioral pattern, which pattern. It's depending on our requirements. Patterns means that is a sequence. It's happening again and again. So as a human being, we can't manually find out patterns from a huge amount of data. Let's think about, we have 10 data. We can analyze the 10 data by manually, and we will recommend or we will find out some patterns. What will happen? We have 10,000 data sets. Is it possible to manually find out the pattern? It's not a simple task. You need to spend more time if you need to do manual pattern recognition. Am I correct? So frequently patterns mean it will happen. It will occurs frequently in the data set. Frequently in the sense means, let's say, I already told you as a restaurant, the ordering patterns are different. If it is a young people, their ordering pattern is different. If it is middle-aged people or if it is a children, their ordering patterns are different. So you need to find out the patterns. If it is a supermarket, you need to find out what is the purchasing behavior of the customers, which product they frequently order or purchase from your supermarket. Even if you are running a mobile shop, you need to find out the pattern, which branded products are purchased by your customers more and more. So you need to invest more money for those brands rather than other brands. Let's say in your last month, you sell 150 mobile phones. Among them, only 10 mobile phones are let's say Oppo brand. Other 140 mobile phones are Apple and Samsung brand mobile phones. So this month you have 10 lakhs to invest to buy some mobile devices. Person A recommend you to buy equal amount for 3 different mobile brands. Person B recommend we invest 80% of our money to Apple and Samsung brands and only 20% of the money to purchase other brands. Which recommendation is good? A's recommendation or B's recommendation? Someone tell me. As an owner, you take whose decision? Person A or person B? Person A says we are invest equally for 3 different brands. Person B tell we invest 80% of our money to Samsung and Apple brands. Which recommendation is you accept as a manager or as a CEO of the organization? Which recommendation you accept? Tell me. Which one you accept? Yeah, person B. Zero 39. Can you tell me why? Why you decide Samsung? 39. Tell me. 039. Yeah, 039 saying person B. How you decide? How you decide person B's opinion is good? You already know the last month data. Among the data, you have find out some frequent patterns. What is that frequent pattern? Most of the people buy Apple and Samsung devices last month. So there is a frequent pattern for those brands. So you decide to purchase more this month as well. Am I correct? That is the reason for you, not only for that shop, even whenever you are doing any business, you can apply. You can apply some association rule mining algorithms and you can find some patterns. Based on the patterns, you can invest your money for the next or future. Even we can use DNA. Did you heard about DNA? Human DNA? DNA contains the sequence of 23 genes. Am I correct? DNA genes. Different person have different DNA sequences. Whether if a father and son, they have some similarities among their DNAs. Am I correct? Not exactly matching. There are some similarities. Even if a group of people affected by particular disease, they have some patterns in their DNA. So you need to find out the pattern. If a people who are affected by dengue, they have some patterns in their DNA. So if a new person coming, we can do the DNA matching. So if the person who comes as a fever, you can matching his person DNA with dengue patient's DNA. So then you can easily find out this person is affected by this kind of diseases. How you can find out those things? By applying frequent patterns. Also, whenever you are doing some research work related to web documentations, you can categorize the web documents based on their frequent pattern. Frequent pattern in the sense you can download the web document and you can do some text mining works and you can filter what is the possibility or what is the number of words are there related to political or related to game or related to disasters. Based on these terms, you can categorize. Also, here also you are doing some frequent patterns. What are the frequent words are occurred in that document? Based on these, you can classify your web documentations. These are some applications. Okay, now we are moved to association rule mining. I already told you association rule mining is the basic data mining technique. Here, what you are doing, you are finding some frequent occurring patterns. What are the frequently occurring patterns? What are the correlations between them? Or what are the associations from the transactional databases? Let's think about a supermarket. They have 10,000 transactions. Among the transactions, a particular day, they have 10,000 transactions. Among the transactions, you need to find out some patterns. Different customers purchase different things. Among them, you will find out, or you can extract some rules. That is called association rule mining. Whenever we are look at an example, you can understand how we can do association rule mining. Association rule mining means we are learning, we are studying if person X buy particular product A, then there's a possibility is to buy product B. What goes with what? Let's say someone is buying a bread. So there is a possibility is to buy jams. Am I correct? Association rule mining means we can say a customer who buy X also buy Y. Someone tell me an example of these kind of things. I told you if a person buy bread, there is a possibility is to buy jam. Similarly, you notice whenever you go supermarkets or whenever you notice around your surrounding, tell me some examples. There is some association rules you notice throughout the environment you survive. Tell me someone. At least 3 to 4 people tell me. Yeah, exercise books and pens. What else?
If a person buy a motorcycle, he will buy a helmet.
Yeah, very good. If a person buy a bike, he can buy a helmet. Very good. What else? It's there is a possibilities. Yeah, Maggie and eggs. What else? Yeah, mobile phones and back covers, plus tempered glasses. You can easily tell these are you notice throughout your lifetime. Yeah, tea and sugar. These things you notice throughout your environment. But what will happen if it is a 10,000 records? These things you familiarize with you. Let's say I am appointed as a manager for a supermarket in hill country or other parts of the country. Can I recommend directly for those people without understanding their culture? I can't. Whenever I survive 3 to 4 years, I can understand their culture and what they want, what is their lifestyle. Then I can recommend. So as a newly appointed manager, it's very difficult for me to recommend something. So at that time, I do some association rules related to their transactions and I will recommend. Am I correct? That is the way we are doing. Very good. You told a lot of examples related to association rule mind, whether the person X, the person buy X, also buy the product Y. I will show you some examples. Let's think about a library. That library contains a shelf. In the shelf, there are two types of books: teaching methodologies or books, as well as the games related books. Unfortunately, that shelf is broken. Now all the books are mess up each other. Now you need to classify, or you need to find out those books. How you can find out those books? You can open the book, you can read the title of the book, or you can read some content of the book. Among the content, you will find out whether these book contain which type of words, keywords. Based on these, you can separate. Am I correct? If it is a teaching related book, they definitely mention about the students. If the key term student is there, definitely there is a school or university related terms are also there. If it is a game, definitely they will mention about the playgrounds. Likewise, different terms are there. Based on these, you can apply the association rule mining and you can find out. Am I correct? Did you understand what I'm saying? I am explaining with a real world example. In a library, there is a shelf is there. Inside the shelf, there are two types of books are there: teaching material, teaching methodologies related books, as well as the game development related books. Unfortunately, the shelf is broken, and as a result, each and every books are mess up with each other. So it's a very difficult task to find out. You need to open the book, but also you can you don't need to open the book, just read the title, what type of words are included in the title, you can classify, or you can find out some association rules. Yeah, even you can check the book cover, which type of images they included. Based on these, you can classify those books. That is one application of association rule mining. By checking the title, which word is there. So if it is a student is there, definitely there is a school or university or teacher included in the title or content. Likewise, you can categorize. Another example, let's have a gene, DNA related example. This is a 9 patients records who are affected by dengue. So we know they have some different genes are there in their cells. So by applying association rule mining, we can find out. If you look at the each and every transaction, you find out if it is a gene 8 is there, definitely that person contain gene 9 in the transaction ID 4, 5. What else? Both are contain this pattern. So you can say that if a person affected by dengue, if that person contains gene 8, definitely that person have gene 9 also. That is one association rule. Similarly, you can say if a person buy mobile phone, he has a possibilities to buy some tempered glasses or back covers. It is called one association rule. What we need to hear is we need to find those association rule, not like the small amount of data. We have thousands of data. Among the data, we need to find some association rule. That is the ultimate goal we need to do by applying association rule mining algorithms. These are two examples. We will look at some applications of association rule mining, where we can apply the association rule mining. One of the important application is market basket analysis. To achieve or to study the market basket analysis, you need to understand the customer transactional databases. For that, you need to analyze online transactional process databases, OLTP, whether it's a relational database. You can analyze the data. if you think about the market basket analysis, what is the advantages you can get? If you think about the supermarket, whenever you arrange the shelf, you think about these association rules. It satisfies the customers. Whenever you arrange the shelf by considering the association rule, it's very helpful for the customers to buy the product X and Y. Let's say I have tell you an example. Someone is buying paint from a supermarket, so he need to buy some brushes. Let's say one corner contain brushes, another corner contain paint. What will happen? He goes to that corner and he need to search entire supermarket to find out the brushes. So the customer is not satisfied. He loses more time. Time is more precise. So you need to manage your time very well. So what will happen if you already apply some association rule mining and you have a knowledge, most of the people buying the paint, definitely they will buy brushes. So you can arrange the shelf based on this association rule. How you can arrange the shelf? You can arrange a corner to the paint. Next to that corner or opposite side, you will arrange the brushes. So the person who bring the paint buckets, he will easily pick the brushes. So he serves sometimes. He can easily pick those two and he can build the and he can do his work. That is one application. Self-management. Not only for that, sometimes whenever you look at in Cargill supermarkets, they will arrange the decoration products, all decoration products together. If you go there in the corner of the supermarket, you can easily find all the decorational product for the birthday parties or other celebrations. You can easily pick up all the candles, decoration boxes or balloons. Everything is there in a particular area. How they will locate those things in a particular place? They already know the pattern, association rules related to their per customer transactions. Among the transactions, they will decide or they will arrange the products. Also, whenever you find out some association rule, you can recommend some product, for you can introduce some promotions for their customers. Let's say many people buying a laptop who are working any places. Most, let's say there is a shop. In the shop, the people who are buying laptops, who are working as officials, most of the transaction says they definitely buy a printer. There are different types of printers are there, especially most of the some group of people buying a particular type of printers. So as a promotions, you will introduce, if the person buy a laptop more than this amount, we will give you 10% discount for buying the printers. So you increase the pupils buying power, buying pattern. So how you can find out the promotions? Let's think about you are providing a promotion, the people who are buying laptops, and you are recommending to promotion for network servers. Let's say the people who are working on a government office, they are buying a laptop. You are recommending them, if you buy a laptop more than this amount, we will give you a 50% discount to buy this network server. Whether it's acceptable promotion, what will happen? You are recommending, we are providing 1 year office package for 50% discount. Which one is acceptable one? Recommending the network servers or office package, Office 365 or something. Which one is acceptable by most of the customers? Which one?
Speaking.
Sorry? Speak
Office
loud.
speaking.
Yeah, office package. How you can find out? Most of the people in your company buying the laptops, most of them are buying some office packages. That is a pattern you find out from your organization. Based on this, you will recommend. So you can get more benefit compared with without considering association rules. Another important application is medical industry using association rule mining. Let's say we have, as a hospital, we have the past patient records, even different diseases, what is the symptoms they have, what is the level of diabetics, and what is the symptoms they face day by day. Based on these symptoms, we can easily predict the disease in the future. Or someone is come and tell me the symptoms, they can easily predict, or they can easily find out the disease, and they are starting the treatments. That is one of the application based on the association rule mining. Can someone tell me another applications you think you can apply association rule mining? Market basket analysis apply each and every business industries. Another industry is medical industry. What else you think? What else? Hello, are you in the session? What do you think it can be possible? What do you think? Did you notice in some ISP, internet service providers or telecommunication service providers, they will give some promotions in festival times for talk abroad? Am I correct? Did you notice those things? Many service providers give some promotions. If you reload 500, we can double your money for ISD calls, IDD calls. Am I correct? Did you notice those things? They especially introduce those packages in the festival seasons. Did you notice? That is also association rule. They will find throughout their customer transaction. What is the customer transaction in internet service provider or telecommunication service provider? What is the transaction in telecommunication service provider? A person, how long he will talk with another person, whether it's a local or abroad. That is a transactional data in telecommunication industry. So as a service provider, they know there are thousands of transactions happen every day. So they will find out some association rule. There is a high possibilities to do IDD calls in the festival seasons, different cultural festivals. They are talk with the friends and family members who stay in abroad. That is the association rule they will find throughout the customer details of the last year. And based on these, they will recommend. So the people mostly use those promotional packages and they will get some more benefit. That is the way we can apply another application in telecommunication industry. You can say a lot of applications. Just think about what else. Okay. Yeah, someone is saying whenever we are deposit in fixed deposit, they will give some gift based on the range of amount we are deposit. They know what is the average amount the people deposit every month. Based on these, sometimes they need to achieve the target. For that, achieve the target, they introduce some promotions based on the association rules. Association rule in the sense they will find some patterns related to their customers. Based on their patterns, they will recommend or they will provide some promotions. Yeah, very good. Let's look at what is association rule discovery. We discover some association rule means we have thousands of transactional records, thousands of rows. Let's think about a relational database management system table. That table contains 1,000 pupils data. By using these data, you do some analytical work and you will recommend some rules. That is called you will discover some association rules. Let's look at the table here. Sorry. Let's look at the table here. This is one shop's transaction. Day by day transaction are described here. One person is go to the supermarket and buy bread, coke and milk. One person buy bread and beer. This is the way their transaction happen. Not only for 5 transactions, there are 5,000 transaction happen. 5,000 transaction happen a day. That type of shops are there in Sri Lanka. So you need to find out some association rule. How you can find out the association rule? You need to apply some a priori algorithm or other algorithms. There are different ways to apply association rules. Based on the rules, you can find out what will happen. Based on this, from this data, they are finding that if a person buy a milk, that person buy bread is highly possible. That is a one rule. Similarly, if you have different businesses, different data, transactional data, by analyzing the data, you will discover some rules. This is called one item set rule. One item set rule means the person buy only 2 items. You are recommending if a person buy milk, he is a possibility, high possibilities to buy bread. This is called 2 item set rule. If a person buy a diaper and milk, there is a high possibility to buy the bread. Even this rules is changed by location to location, culture to culture. It's depending on the place where you can apply these rules. Let's say we have a supermarket, they have branches in different places. One place in the hill country, another place in the southern province, another branch in the northern province, another branch in eastern province. You can't directly apply the association rule fine for branch A directly for branch B, because the people who are here who are living in the branch A in the hill country, so their lifestyle is different. But if you think about the southern province, their lifestyle is different. Even the environmental conditions also influence their behavior or patterns related to association, related the patterns you are finding by applying association rules. So you need to think about also those things where you can apply what is the location the data is collected. Even this rule is applied for particular province X, but you can't apply this rule for particular branch Y. because it's located in different place, different geographical locations. All the things influence the pattern you find out. So you need to think about where we can apply the rules. It's depending on the location, depending on the culture, depending on the environmental condition, the rules are changed. So you need to find out the different association rule for different places by analyzing the transactional data. I already told you there are different techniques to apply or to find out association rules. A priori algorithm, there are different improved versions of a priori algorithms are there. A priori is the basic algorithm. From the a priori basic algorithm, now people enhance or increase the efficiency of the algorithm. Also, frequent pattern growth approach, frequently pattern mining with vertical data format. There are different techniques different algorithms we can use to find out association rule. From here, we are discuss only this a priori algorithm. Okay. Before we understand that the steps of a priori algorithm, you need to find out or you need to know some basic definitions. One definition is item set. What do you think about item set? Item set means a set of items. Let's say in your fourth semester, you have different subject. No, someone tell me an item set of subjects. Let's say you have different subject. No, someone tell me three item set. Three item set mean your item set contain three subject. That is called item set. If it is a subject, you can say subject A, subject B, and subject C. This is called three item set. If you think about this transaction, bread and milk is a one item set. That item set contain two items. What are they? Bread and milk. Here, bread and jam. Here, egg and milk. If you think about the transaction ID 6, that contains three items. Can someone tell me what are the three items? Bread, egg, and milk. This is called three item set. So someone tell me an example of item sets. I will give you a scenario. You need to tell me what are the item sets. Okay. Okay, just think about phone shop. Tell me some item sets. Someone tell me an example of think about a phone shop. In a phone shop, what is an item set? You need to tell me an item set that contain two items in a phone shop. Tell me. Someone tell me. Another person tell me three item set in a phone shop. Just tell me someone. What do you think? Just think about a phone shop. You need to answer my questions. Yeah, charger, mobile phone, and headphone. Very good. That is called three item set. Someone is saying charger, mobile phone, and headphone. So this is a three item set. Someone tell me two item set. Someone tell me related to phone shop, two item sets. Anyone? Anyone?
Tempered and back cover.
Yeah, tempered and back cover. Back cover. Another example, I am telling a scenario. Mm. There is a restaurant. You need to answer related to the restaurant. There is a restaurant. You need to tell me 2 item set related to the restaurant. What are they? Soft drink and meals. This is a 1 item set. Yeah, bun and tea. That is a 2 item sets. Similarly, you can say 3 item set. If it is a 1 item set, you can say soft drink is a 1 item set. Meals is a another item set. This is called 1 item sets. I will show you. If it is a 1 item set, means it contain only 1 items inside the curly braces. If it is a 2 item set, it contain 2 things. If it is a 3 item set, it contains 3 items. If it is a 4 item set, it's contain 4. This is a 1 item set. This is a 2 item set. This is also 2 item set. This is 3 item set. There is no 4 item sets are there. This is an example. So hereafter, if I talk is an item set, you need to think about inside a box. Just imagine item set means there is, think about a box. Inside the box, if it's a 3 item set, contain 3 different products. If it is a 2 item sets, it contain only 2 products. If it is a supermarket, whether it's a sugar, it's a tea, it's a milk. Whether it's a restaurant, 2 item set, one is a soft drink, another one is a fried rice. It's depending on the domain, depending on which industry you apply. So you need to remember those things. If I talk here after the item sets, you need to think about what is that, okay? Okay, next basic definition. I already told you association rule. Association rule. We can say association rule means likewise. If it is, I am saying that association rule, I am already show you a person buy a phone. There is a possibility to buy tempered glass. So this is one association rule. We can read this. Phone implies tempered glass. It means if a person buy a phone, there is a possibility to buy tempered glass. So we can indicate by notation likewise. This is the notation. We can indicate the association rules. The important thing is these X and Y are subset of. Did you remember this symbol? This is a subset. If you write this, it is a subset symbol. If I means these are the possible item sets. This is 1 item set. This is another 1 item set. So these also are considered I. So the important thing is these 2 are subset of X and Y. Let's say I am telling an example. We already know X implies Y. This is association rule. I am considering the second transaction, beer and bread. Here I am putting bread. Is it an item set? Sorry. Bread. Bread. Coke and milk. How you can find out whether there is a possibility to buy these things? This is from the transaction 2. This is from the transaction 1. So this is an association rule. You are saying what here? if a person buy a bread and beer, there is a possibility to buy bread, coke, and milk. Is it acceptable association rule? Anyone? Is it acceptable? What do you think? You think about these things. Bread here also, here also. So it is not an acceptable. If it is association rule, we cannot intersect. The important thing says there is no intersections. If it is a null, if the symbol says it's a null. Null means we already know there is a set, there is a intersection is null. This will happen. This is X, this is Y. Intersections means this area. There is no area here. So this rule contain bread for common. Bread is here. So you can't apply this as an association rule. Got it? Hello. Do you have any doubts up to now?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
So you need to think about whenever that is an association rule, there is no intersection is there. That is very, very important. Okay. Just I am telling this one. What do you think? This one. First one. Whether it's an association rule or not. You need to think about this milk is a one item set. Is it there here? This is also this here. So you can say similarly this one, this combination is there in the transaction ID 3 also. Also transaction ID 5 also contain coke and milk. So there are a lot of possibilities. There is no intersection is there. So that is considered as an association rule. So hereafter we will indicate association rule. X implies Y. This is the way we can indicate association rules. Let's think about if it is an X, father is smoking. If X says father is smoking, there is a possibility his son also smoke. Am I correct? Because the son is every day watching his father's. One day he also, there's a possibilities to try this smoking. So we can say father is smoking implies son is smoking. X implies Y. That is the way we can indicate association rules. Okay, now there are two important things I already mentioned you, support and confident. Whenever you find out the association rule, you need to think about what is the support, what is the confident. These two values decided by the managers. Let's say you are planning to provide some promotions for to their customers. At the time, your manager decides what is your support value, what is your confident value. Based on these two values, he will find some association rule and they will introduce some promotions. So the support and confidence is defined by the knowledge experts in your business industry or the managerial team of your business. They are the people make these decisions. Why they are making decisions? Based on the support and confidence, the values are changed. Also, the association rules are changed. So they are the one decides for who you introduce those promotions. Before, hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? It says my internet connection is unstable. Did you hear my
Yes, sir.
voice or not? Is it clear?
Can hear, sir. We can hear.
Okay. Okay. Okay, before I explain what is support and confident, I will explain you with an example. Then you can easily understand what is a confident and what is a support. Let's imagine we have a shop. That shop contains different things: laptops, computers, softwares, antivirus softwares, printers, storage devices, network servers, networking routers. There are a lot of things are there in a shop. Okay, there is a shop in a Colombo. That shop contains these list of products. Every day people go their shop and visit, and they buy different things. Some people buy computers and antivirus software, some people buy network devices, routing devices or switches. All the things are there. The people visit the shop and buy whatever they want. If you think about a support issue, support is 2%. In the questions they are saying their support is 2%. 2% means we know 2 out of 100. Am I correct? 2% mean if you think about 100, only 2 people comes this category. If it is a confident mean, if it is a confident means among all the transaction, let's say this is one association rule. This is association rule. Okay, association rule says computer in the left side, in my right side antivirus software. This is one association rule. They are saying the support of this association rule is 2%. It means among all the transactions, 2% of the transactions are by these two, computer and antivirus. They can buy another product, but the important thing is among their transaction, these two products are there. Some person is buying computer, antivirus software and printer. Some person is buying computer, antivirus software and networking switches. Altogether 3 items he buy. But the important thing is among his transaction, these two is contains. Computer is there as well as antivirus software is there. You need to check among total number of transaction, how many transactions are contain these two. Okay. Give me a minute. I will stop here. Okay. Can you see my screen now? It's very difficult to write in the slide, so I move to this one here. Did you see my slides? Please someone responds whether you can see my screen or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, from here we are there. I already told you support means among all the transaction. Let's say this is the shop. In the shop, there is a transaction ID. Their products, buying products. How many products they buy? Okay. Let's think about. Okay, there is a table. One transaction ID says, one transaction ID mean one person buying printer and monitor. Okay. Okay. I write here. Here my transaction ID. Here product, what they are purchased. My transaction ID 1 says he buying printer and monitor. Another person buying transaction ID 2 buying computer and antivirus software. Another person buying computer, antivirus software and printer. Another person buying storage device and RAM. Another person buying computers and antivirus software. So I told you support means you need to find out how many transactions are there. Support means support 2% means among all the transactions. How many transactions are there?
Five.
Someone tell me. How many transactions are there?
5 transactions.
Yeah, 5 transactions. So you need to put here as a 5. You need to put as a 5 here. Among how many transactions contain computer and antivirus software? Someone tell me.
2 transactions.
Check again. Is it 2?
2 transactions.
No, it's wrong.
It means computer and antivirus.
Yeah, this one, this one, this one. Computer and antivirus mean not exactly no computer and antivirus. Even they can buy other products. It's depending on their preference. We are checking among the transaction, how many transactions contain computers and antivirus software. How many transactions contain computers and antivirus software? That is the count we need. Even they can buy whatever the product. We are checking each transaction whether they contain computer and antivirus software. This is not, this contain, this contain, this is not, this contain. So how many? How many transactions contain computers and antivirus? Anyone? Okay, I will put another transaction here. Transaction 6. He is buying computer and printer. Now total number of transaction is 6. Among how many people buy computer and antivirus software? We need to check each and every transaction whether each and every transaction contains computer and antivirus, whether they contain these two products. Whatever they want other products also, but we need to check how many people contains these two. How many? Anyone? Yeah, very good.
3.
3 transactions. So we are putting 3. To calculate the percentage, we multiply by 100. That is called percentage. So it's 1, it's 2. So 100 divided by 2, that is 50%. What it says, among all the transaction, 50% of the transaction by computers and antivirus software. So you need to find out the support. You need to consider all the transactions. Let's say in a supermarket, you need to consider all 1,000 transactions. Among the transaction, 1,000 transactions, how many transactions the person buy bread and milk? Similarly, here we are checking how many transactions they are buying these two products, computers and antivirus software. This one is there. Sorry. The second transaction is the second person is buying. Second person is buying. Third one is buying. Fifth one is buying. So total 3 transaction contains this. That is called support. Support, a support of 2% means 2% of all the transactions shows they buy computers and antivirus software purchased together. If it is a confident, just we think about not all the transactions. We think about among the transaction which buy computers. Previously we discussed all the transaction, among all the transactions, how many transactions purchase computer and antivirus software together. But here in a confident level, we are checking how many transactions they are buying computers, and among them, how many people buy antivirus software. Now, you need to look at how many transactions by computers here. Here, this is buying computer. This is buying computer. This is buying computer. This is also buying computer. So how many transaction contains they buy computer? Someone tell me.
4 transactions.
How? 4 transaction. Among 4 transaction, how many people buy antivirus software? We are looking the people who are buying the computer also buying the antivirus software. That is the, we are looking in confident. How many people buying? Here he is buying antivirus software. Third one is also buying antivirus software. Fifth one is also buying antivirus software. What will happen? Last one, sixth one. He buy a computer, but he is not buying an antivirus software. So how many transaction contains, if they are buying computers, there is a confidence level to buying antivirus software. How many? Anyone?
3.
3. So this is multiple by 100. How many percentage? 75% is the level of confidence here. This is the way you can calculate the support and confidence. Okay, did you understand? If it is a confident, let's think about here. This is one example. This is one association rule. This association rule contains support is 2%. 2% mean in the shop there are 100 transactions happen. Only 2 transaction contains these 2. Okay. Let's say a particular shop, 100 people visit the shop and buy something. Among the 100 people, you're asking who are buying computers and antivirus. How many people raise their hands? Someone tell me. How many people? Imagine a shop is there, and at the shop there are 100 people visit and buy something, and we are invite all the people, all the 100 people in a place. I'm asking you, raise your hands. How many people buy computers and antivirus software? How many people raise their hands? If it is 100, anyone? If it is a 2%, means 100 people are there. How many people raise their hands? Or how many people buy computers and antivirus software? Only 2 people. Similarly, among the 100 people, if it is a 60% of confidence, means I am asking you how many people buy computers. Let's think about similarly. In a shop there are 100 people, 1,000 people visit. Among the 1,000 people buy something in the shop. Among them 100 people buy computers. Okay, only 100 people buy the computers. So not only computers, they are buying something, other products also, including with the computer, they are buying something. I am giving a call. All the people who buy computers come to this room, and all the 100 people are come. Then I'm again asking how many people buy antivirus software too. Already we separated all the 100 people from those who are buying computers. Then again, I am asking a question. How many people buy antivirus software? How many people raise their hands? 6 people. So that is called confidence. If it is a confidence, we are looking only the first part, left-hand side of this association rule. From these, how many, from the left side means computer, those people who are buying computers. Among them, how many people buy the antivirus software? That is considered as a confidence. If it is a support, we are consider all the transactions. If if we are considering all the transaction and finding these two items, computer and antivirus software, then it is considered as a support. If it is a confidence, we only consider all the transaction who are purchasing the computer. And then again, we are checking how among the people who are buying computers, how many people buy antivirus software. That is considered as a confidence. So you need to remember these two things very well. Whenever you are finding a priori algorithm, again and again, you calculate these two things, confidence and support. So you need to clear about these two things. If it is a support, you need to consider all the transaction. Among how many transaction contains these two things. If it is a confident, among the left side of this association rule, how many people among the left side mean how many people buy the computer, then there is a possibility to buy antivirus. That is consider only computer and antivirus in confidence. But in support, we consider all the transactions. Do you have any doubts up to now? Do you have any doubts? Do you have any doubts? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Do you have any doubts? You can ask me now. All understand what is support and confident clearly. Without understanding these two concepts, you can't find a priori algorithm very well. Sometimes you do some mistakes to find out how many item sets are there. So for that, you need to find out clearly these two concepts. Do you have any doubts? You can ask me. Or all are clear. Support and confidence. By looking these two concepts, you will find out some association rule by applying a priori algorithms. All are clear? Okay. Another important definition is support count. Count means we are calculating. We can divide the support count by total number of transactions to find out the support. Okay. Support count means the frequency of occurrences of an item set. Support count means we can calculate how many transactions contains these. Let's look at this example. I need to find out the support count of bread and milk. So how you can find out the support count? Just I am looking each transaction. I looking my first transaction. I will check whether that transaction contain bread and milk. Even they will contain other products. We don't need to consider those things. Just we are looking, these two things are there. Yeah, bread is there as well as milk is there. So 1, we are counting as a 1 here. Again, we are look at the second transaction. We are checking bread is there, but milk is not there. So we don't calculate, we count, increase the count. We will look at the third one. Here, milk is there, but bread is missing. So we can't increase. We are looking at the fourth one. Bread is there, milk is missing. So look at the fifth one. Milk is there, bread is missing. What about the sixth one? They have bread and milk. Even they will contain other items. We don't consider those things. We are checking whether to find out the support count, these products are there. Also, they have a lot of other products, but we are look at these two are included in the transactions. So we need to increase the count by 1. So 2 now, support count is 2. This one also, they have bread and milk. Even the person buy jam as well. But we don't think about this one. We are looking, these two are there. Yeah. No, how many support counts? We are looking at the 8th one. There is no bread. What about the ninth one? There is no bread. So how many counts contains bread and milk? Someone tell me how many? How many? Hello, how many? Someone tell me. Are you in the session or not?
The count is 3.
3. Okay, now I am asking the support count for different one. Okay, someone tell me. I need to find out the support count of bread. How many? Just count and tell me how many. Support count of bread. How many? Tell me the answer by
5.
look at each and every transaction. How many?
5.
Yeah, 5. Very good. Okay, someone tell me what is the support count of jam? Also
5.
5. Okay, now someone tell me what is the support count of bread, egg, bread, egg, and milk. How many? So you don't need to check here because this I only contain 2 items. So, but I am asking the support count of 3. So you can directly omit these lines. Only you are checking the 3 item sets. So you can check the 6th transaction and 7th one and 9th one. How many? They contain bread, egg, and milk. 1, this one. What else? Are there any transactions? What is the answer for that? How many? Support count of bread, egg, and milk.
1.
I can't hear.
1.
Yeah, only 1. So that is the way you can find out the support count. Okay. Can someone tell me what is the support count of 4 items here? Are there any 4 items transaction is happen? 4 items means no one is buying 4 different items in the supermarket. Is there any possibilities there among 9 transactions? What do you think? I am asking the support count of 4 items. Whether you can put whatever you want. The answer is what? 0. Why it's become 0? There is no transaction contain 4 item sets. Only 2 item set, 2 item set, or 2 item set. It's 3, 3, 2, 3. So there is no item set contains 4 items. So the item set count for the 4 item set is 0. Do you understand? Now we are calculating the support. I already told you we can find out the support count and divided by total number of transaction, give the results of support. We can indicate support by sigma. Sigma is equal to support count divided by total number of transactions. That is the way we can find out support count. Sorry, support. To find out the support, you need to find out the support count and total number of transactions. Did you understand? Did you understand? Okay, now we are calculating the supports. Someone tell me, by looking at these, we need to find out the support of bread and milk. What is that? How you can calculate? First of all, you need to find out the support count of bread and milk. What is that? Someone tell me, what is the value for support count of bread and milk? You need to check each and every transaction. You need to check one by one. You need to look at 9 transactions. How many transaction contains bread and milk. What is that count? To find out the support count, you need to find out the support count. How many? Tell me. Yeah, someone is saying 3. Am I correct? Is it correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So 3 divided by how many total number of transactions are there? How many transactions are there? Anyone? Total number of transactions are 9. So this is support. Now you need to multiple by 100. That is called percentage. So the support count is 1/3 multiple by 100. 33%, approximately 33%. Similarly, if you need to find out the support count of, hello, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, if you need to find out the support of jam and milk, you need to find out the support count of jam and milk. What is that? This one, transaction 5, transaction 7, 8, 9. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 divided by total number of transaction 9 multiplied by 100. That is called support. Now, someone tell me what is the support of, let's say, what is the support of egg? What is the support of egg? Someone tell me how you can find out the support of egg. You need to find out how many transactions that, how you need to find out the support count of egg. What is that? How many transactions contain eggs? There is no 1, 2. This one is contained 1, 2. This one not 3. 4 transactions are there. So 4 divided by total number of transactions. That is called support of egg. So you need to check each and every transaction, how many transactions contain eggs. 9th one is there, 6th one is there, 4th one is there, 3rd one is there, total number of 4. Okay, now someone tell me what is the support count of, sorry, what is the support of egg and milk? What is that? You need to find out how many transaction contains egg and milk. What is that? What is the count? This one. What else? This one. This one. How many? How many? Someone tell me. Hello. Are you in the session or not? How many? Hello. Someone tell me. What is that? Did you
Yes, sir.
understand or not? Sorry, I can't hear. How many support count for egg and milk? I already put tick marks. How many?
3 support.
3. Then divided by total number of transaction 9. So that is also 33%. That is the way you can find out the support. Okay. Do you have free times until 5 o'clock, or is it possible to take until 5 o'clock? What do you think? Tell me. Is it possible to take the lectures another 2 hours, or I will wind up now? It's up
No,
to you.
sir. No, sir. Till morning 8 to till we have 7 lectures.
Okay. Okay. Then I will stop here and we will discuss from the next lectures. Important thing is definitely there is a spot quiz is there in the next lectures. Based on these, maybe you need to turn on your videos while you are doing the assessments. Okay, be ready for that too. Next lecture, we will finish the session and I will give you an spot quiz. You need to answer those questions regarding these things, association rule mining algorithms. Maybe you need to be ready for turn on your videos while you are doing the quizzes. Okay, do you have any doubts? You can ask me now. Do you have any doubts? Anyone have any doubts? You can ask me. Anyone? Everyone is clear what we are discussed up to now? Hello. Do you have any doubts? What about 012? Did you understand? What about 29, 28, 39? Do you have any doubts? You can ask me. Did you understand everything what we are discussed up to now? No one have any doubts? Let's see how you will score in the next spot quiz. If you understand very well, you can score very good marks. Be ready for turn on your videos while in your spot quiz. Okay. I will give you a questions. You need to answer those questions and submit within half an hour, I think. It's depending on the weight of the questions. Two things you need to remember here. After we will give some marks for you for your attendance. So if you attend each and every lecture, you can score some marks without doing anything. So please try to attend in each and every lectures. Also be ready for the spot quiz related to association rule mining. We will discuss the rest of the things in the next lecture and we will continue the spot quiz. Be ready for turn on your videos. Okay, thank you very much. I will stop the session. Sorry. Thank you very much.